Society doesn't care about black people. I'll say it again. Society doesn't care about black people, and that includes black people. I'll say it one more time. Society doesn't care about black people, and that includes black people. But I want to talk about black males in general. And I'm trying not to tear up. I'm trying not to cry. Black males are enemy number one. They're enemy number one of the world. But I want to focus in on America. I can put a lot of money on this statement. Black men are one of the most oppressed groups here in America. And I will totally bet money on that. They've gone through so much suffering and pain that it's just they've gotten used to it. It's like a normal thing. Any other group of people will be like protesting and yelling, screaming, whining and all that sort of crap. And the darker you are, the worse it is, the worse it gets. I've noticed that a lot of cultures, they tend to frown upon dark skin. Oh my goodness. They view it as ugly or poor. It shows that you're poor. You know what I'm saying? It's like kind of like those how you get a tan, how lower class workers, they work in the fields and stuff like that in the sun, and they get a tan, and that's how you know that they're poor. Yeah. And I'm talking about like in the Asia areas and stuff like that specifically. Black men and black boys, they do suffer. They suffer every day. They suffer in their own homes. Their mothers don't do them any good. They don't have a father around. And I'm not going to, because you do got your deadbeat dads out there, but you also got your deadbeat moms. And I would say that a lot of single black mothers are deadbeat moms, because that's ridiculous to keep having kids when you know you're not in the right environment, you don't have the resources, you don't have the mentality to raise up a kid. You just keep on, irresponsible, not being careful, not using protection. Black men don't know how to be men, because they were raised. A lot of them were raised by their moms, and a lot of black moms do a piss ass job. And as I start to grow up and realize, I had both of my parents. They weren't perfect or anything like that, but no parent is perfect. But I had both of my parents, both my biological parents, as I was growing up, married for, I think it's like 40 something years, and my dad passed away back in 2012. But I can see that I've benefited from having a father. I had that male influence, and I want to say that I do contribute having a father, saving me, because of my male identity. I had that male influence. And it's sad that a lot of these black American males don't have that. They don't have anything like that. And they have to kind of learn on their own through their own means. Because I'm telling you, these black mothers, they're not men. They're women. And you always hear, these moms, they're like, I was a mother and a father, and all that. And that's great and all, and I'm not saying that all single black mothers are terrible, no, not at all. But I have to say it though, the majority of them are. It's not some either. Raising these broken ass kids. Both black boys and black girls suffer from this single mother household. Black boys have to learn on their own how to be men, and it's not right. It's like they either become hyper masculine or they get emasculated, and it's a sad sight to see. It really is. When I think of a black male, I think of like the ultimate masculine man. You know what I'm saying? And you don't really, you don't really see that. You don't really see that anymore in the media and stuff like that. Maybe like not a lot. It's like, no, you just see what I call, hyper masculine males, and that's not a man. That's just being a gangster, being a thug. That's what I'm talking about. Disrespecting women. And again, most of these black men are raised by single black mothers that didn't have a father themselves. And it goes really deep. I mean, it gets complex. It gets really complex. I can tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if I got hate from black folks when it comes to this video, because I'm speaking too real, and they won't admit it. They may think that I'm like lying or I'm being a self-hater or something like that. A lot of black folks, they don't seem to admit it. You know what I'm saying? They just try and cover it up and pretend that it isn't happening, and yet, the world sees it. It's all out in the open. It's gotten so bad that that as black folks we think acting in a foolish manner like that is normal. That's normal. I'm black and I identify as a male, and I can't help but wonder, what if I was born, physically a male? You know what I'm saying? What if I was, and I got treated as such? I get treated like a black male does growing up and stuff like that. People see me as a black man, and I'm living it. I'm experiencing it firsthand, and I'm like, damn. I don't know how these black men go through life every day like this. People, see them as an enemy, as a threat. And that includes other black folks too. Their own women and other black men. I can tell you, the black on black crime rates are so high. I can tell you that if I got murdered, statistically speaking, more than likely it would be by a black person, because we tend to hit our own. We tend to go for our own. go for people who look like us. Jealousy is a problem in the black community as well. Black so-called community. We have a crabs in the bucket mentality. We don't like to see each other succeed. We get jealous because we want to be that. You know what I'm saying? I have my reasons why I don't hang around certain black folks. I have my reasons. And I know I'm gonna get bashed for that. As if I'm saying, oh, I'm the special one. No. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that there's diversity when it comes to black people. You know, we're not all, you know, hood rats and all of that, you know? But I'm gonna, you know, get called names and, you know, get called a hater for you know, speaking the truth and shit. You know, I really do have to, you know, really give it up for black men. I really do. They don't get enough. They really don't. They really don't get enough praise. They really don't. They don't get it at all. They really don't. I mean, it's all kinds of fucked up. Oh man, I feel so bad for them. I really do. Man, being black and being a male, being a man is some tough shit. It's some tough shit. I really do have to give it up for black men. I really honestly do. I'm telling you, oh wow. I'm telling you, no other group has endured so much like they have. Man, wow. And for feminists to equate black suffrage with women's suffrage, fuck that. Fuck that. To fucking compare a black man's suffrage to a white woman's suffrage is just insane. I can tell you that would offend me as a black man.